وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ فَهَلْ مِن مُّدَكِّرٍ صدق الله العلي العظيم. الفاتحة مسبوقة بالصلاة على محمد وآل محمد. بار دیگر صلوات. شہن عجیب کام کیے وقت امتحان، شہن عجیب کام کیے وقت امتحان، کھائے اذاں میں تیر، اقامت میں برچھیاں، مثل امام راکعو ساجد بھلا کہاں، چلا رہے تھے اہل زمین اہل آسمان، ان سے کسی نبی کی عبادت بڑھی نہیں، خنجر تلے نماز کسی نے پڑھی نہیں، شہن عجیب کام کیے. صلوات. جبرن میں زخمی ہو گئے سلطان بحر و بر، جبرن میں زخمی ہو گئے سلطان بحر و بر، شفقت سے ہاتھ گھوڑے کی گردن میں ڈال کر کہنے لگے حسین کے آتا نہیں نظر، کہنے لگے حسین کے آتا نہیں نظر، لے چل مجھے تو اکبر مہرو کی لاش پر، اے اسپِ با وفا میرے دل کو قرار دے، اس کا صلہ تجھے شہ دلدل سوار دے، گھوڑا قدم قدم سوئے مقتل ہوا رواں، پہنچے نہ شہ کے زخموں کو تا صدمائے تکاں، ایک نوجوان کی لاش پہ ٹھہرا وہ بے زبان، بو سونگھ کر حسین پکارے یہی ہے ہاں، بیٹھا جو ذوالجناح تو آپ اترے زین سے، دو ہاتھ کانپتے ہوئے اٹھے زمین سے، جبرن میں زخمی ہو گئے۔ صلوات۔
کربلا کی فضاؤں سے آ کر ایک دکھیار ماں کی صدا ہے، کربلا کی فضاؤں سے آ کر ایک دکھیار ماں کی صدا ہے، کربلا میں تجھے کھو کے ہم نے لال میرا کہاں سو گیا ہے، کس کو میں لال کہہ کے بلاؤں، کس کو سینے سے اپنے لگاؤں، لوریاں دے کے کس کو سلاؤں، اصغر میرا کھو گیا ہے، تو اگر روٹھ جائے گا جانی، ہوگی کیسے بسر زندگانی، پاس کوئی نہیں ہے نشانی، تیرا جھولا بھی اب جل بیڑیاں پہنے عابد کھڑے ہیں، سب رسم بستہ چھوٹے بڑے ہیں، یوں شہیدوں کے لاشیں پڑے ہیں، جیسے قرآن بکھرا ہوا ہے نہ قاسم نہ عباس و اکبر، لوٹ کر تو بھی آیا نہ سور، ہو گئے حق پہ قربان سرور، ہائے سینے پہ غم جا بجا ہے، اس قدر یہ زمین تجھ کو بھائی، یاد بھی تجھ کو مادر نہ آئی، دے دیا تو ہے داغے جدائی، بولو اصغر میری کیا خطا ہے، کربلا کی فضاؤں سے آ کر ایک دکھیار ماں کی صدا سروا۔
My dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum. عظم الله أجورنا وأجوركم في مصابنا بسيدنا ومولانا أبي عبد الله الحسين عليه أفضل الصلاة والسلام، وجعلنا الله وإياكم من الطالبين بثأره مع إمام منصور من آل بيت محمد صلى الله عليه وآله. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. My dear brothers and sisters, tonight is the night of Ashura, so today is the Tasu'a, and so we'll be here inshallah. Tomorrow, the day of Ashura, we'll have the whole day here, and so also like tomorrow, there will be all the brothers, they will be cooking here like at the center. So don't bring food like for tomorrow. They will cook food here at the center. So it's sponsored, and Sunday still like sponsored inshallah. So we'll keep continue like to Sunday. The Sunday will be the night of the burial, 12 the night of 13. This is the last continuous like program till Sunday. After that inshallah we'll come like in the Saturday inshallah. Each Saturday till like the Arba'in of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam will be here. But the program, the 13th night program will finish this coming Sunday inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala repeat this next year inshallah on you, and you all like inshallah good and everything, health, wealth and iman, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you all and all those brothers and sisters who is helping in those like days and night, which is it's a great night, grief and a great night, and to be closer to Ahlul Bayt alayhim afdalus salat wa salam. We will have a problem most likely like with the parking today, but inshallah so need your patience and help us like to go through. Tomorrow if you come, we don't find parking, please park on the stage and help us like, on the parking, inshallah. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us to expand the place, so we will build the parking and we'll have a more space. As you can all see, the community expanding, and this is ni'mah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and so we're getting like a bigger and we're growing, so we need like a bigger place, inshallah, both for the masjid itself and for the land as well. And you all know we have, inshallah, planning, we're working on the plan, if with the dua and with the tawfiq from Allah and Imam al-Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam, inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq, we expand the place with your help, of course. For tonight, the food is sponsored, so may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessing the people who come and contribute for the food for tonight, inshallah. Keep the place clean again. Don't waste the water, and try to control the kids during the lecture, inshallah. With your permission, we call Maulana Syed Masoom for the member Ma'a Salat ala Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad. Allah.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله الواحد الديان الصانع البديع المنان ذي القدرة والسلطان الذي خلق الإنسان وعلمه البيان الصلاة والسلام والتحية والإكرام على النبي الأمي والأبتهي التهامي السيد البهي والسراج المضيء والكوكب الدري صاحب الوقار والسكينة المدفون بأرض المدينة العبد المؤيد والرسول المسدد المصطفى الأمجد والمحمود الأحمد سيدنا وسيد الكونين جد الحسن والحسين خاتم النبيين أبي القاسم محمد وأهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا. أما بعد فقد قال الله تبارك وتعالى في كتابه القرآن وخطابه الرحمن وقوله الحق وهو أصدق الصادقين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الله لا يتخذ جاهلا وليا. صلوات. The time definitely is passing very quickly, and I have to sum up a lot of things tonight. I will, inshallah, try and not take time too much. Time would be less. More ayats will be read. We have to reach certain conclusions of all those things which we have been saying before. And I am connecting with the part of the ayah of Quran, إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَتَّخِذُ جَاهِلًا وَلِيًّا. Allah never makes a jahil his wali. So that's what we have been, that is one of the major cardinal belief which Quran comes up with, and that's why when you see innama waliyukumullah, I'm giving you some of the answers in hints, and maybe I hope you will all be with me while traveling and going through the ayats of Quran. So the whole thing is that Quran says, La ghaibatin fis samai wal arz illa fi kitabin mubin. We talk about Surah An-Naml is saying that there is nothing which is hidden or even open which is not contained in the book. So, and the book is a small book of few hundred pages between the two, in a way, it's not a big volume of everything, billions of things are contained in, but how to get to that? You have to have a wali who has been given that knowledge by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So there is a knowledge which is kasbi, there is a knowledge which you can earn and obtain, and there is knowledge which has to come from the source, the real source of knowledge, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that knowledge is given to his wali. That is why the vilayat is so important. Innama waliyukumullahu wa rasuluhu. Who are your walis? So when you reach the level of wali, I want to just make one point in the beginning, and also with very humble efforts, I'm trying to make this point as my special present to all of you who have been doing this zahma of coming and being with me. Remember, brothers and sisters, when we talk about wilayat, we talk about ilm, how the ilm comes, and how that we have also seen when we come to Karbala, the all information about Karbala is even given to us with that ilm which Allah had given to Prophet and Ahlul Bayt. They already knew it, what is going to happen. So that was not a surprise for them. It was a shock for us and the rest of the people in the world. Today we are still struggling with that knowledge, and we want to say that we are asking, the Karbala is also asking, what is the source of that knowledge? So that source of knowledge is coming from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, one small surah of Quran, which you all remember, maybe my smaller kids who are here, like 5 or 6 years or 4 years old, they also remember by heart. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Inna a'tainaka al-kawsar fasalli li rabbika wanhar inna sha'ni'aka huwal abtar. So 3 ayats. This is the surah which was brought for the people who were like poet laureates, literary figures of Arabia, who considered themselves, the Arabs considered to be more eloquent than the rest of the world. And Allah is saying, Fatu bi suratin min mislih. Can you bring one surah like this? And this is that if you don't know where it is coming from, what is the real source of knowledge? Where is the knowledge being given? Where is it coming to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam with the knowledge of wahi that is not earnable, that is wahabi, that comes as a ata. Hada ata'una. This is our ata, we give it to whosoever we like, or we select, or we choose. This is Allah's choosing. People have become jealous of one who was chosen by Allah. That's why he's saying to Prophet ﷺ, whenever you read this and you impart knowledge, you also must read mu'awwazatain. People are very jealous of you. Say, قُلْ عَوْذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ مِنْ شَرِّ مَا خَلَقَ ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد. So that jealousy can be warded off, that it can be removed. So that Prophet is being told him, as of today, if you feel like you have received an evil eye from some place, or your boys and girls have been victim of evil eye, go read this mu'awwazatain. Prophet used to read this and blow on the faces of Hassan and Hussein. Salawatullahi alayhim ajma'in. So I just requested and presented to you that this ayah has a meaning. When I read Nahjul Balagha, Prophet Imam Ali alayhi salatu wasalam's book, he talks about the Ahlul Bayt. He says, وَإِتْرَتُهُ خَيْرُ الْإِتَرِ. And when he talks about Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he says one of the pride he has, one of the great distinction he has, that his itra is the best of the itra, the whole kainat, whole universe. وَشَجَرَتُهُ خَيْرُ الشَّجَرِ. His tree which has come and which comes with him, that tree which he is the master of that tree. Allah is master and he is the master too. And then he has given that masterhood to Prophet. And he says, Inna a'tainaka al-kawsar. Quran says. First. And why this ayah was so important? Salawat. Am I feeling the heat or the AC is a little bit low or what is happening? I don't know. But there's something, mashallah, salawat. Hussain, I'm waiting for your salawat so that I can drink water. Yeah, but say salawat. Anyway, mashallah, salawat again. Why we say that the ayah of Wilayat and Khumm Ghadir is so important? Allah's message has to come in the purest of hands. And that message, when it came and got perfected in the hands of Prophet ﷺ, it has to go to his wali. Who is his wali? That is the whole thing where it was messed up by the Muslim Ummah. There were Muslims. Yes, they said, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, but they didn't know what is the continuity of Muhammad Mustafa Rasulullah. That continuity is more important. That is why it is so significant that Allah is commanding Allah's Prophet to make that statement and make sure. And why it is the third level of Wilaya which has been bestowed upon Ali. But the third Wilaya, the source, third level of wilaya becomes more important than anything else. Why? When you talk about Tawheed, Allah is wali, so Allah has created everything. Allah is Allah. Nobody can be his sharik, and anybody who has made sharik will pay for it, will be punished badly. He is considered najis, unclean if he does that. Then Prophet is his wali. The Prophet, if somebody has come to know the Prophet, wilayat of Prophet is established, and Allah's wilayat automatically comes. But then, what is the next step? The third wilayat. You have to see that wilayat going to Ali Murtaza. If you believe now in Ali Murtaza, then you have believed in Risalat and Prophet and Allah together. If you have only believed in the first two, you have not yet completed the network. So be careful. I am with full responsibility telling you the wilayat of Ali is in this meaning the most important of all. If somebody has come to the gate of Ali, if somebody has come to Karbala, the son of Ali who is after him, Hassan and Hussein being the imaman of that time, and if you have reached there, you have actually reached the house of Prophet as well as house of Allah, because that is the station of Allah. Yes, brother, it is so important to reach there. If you see this, what was the whole conspiracy happening in the realm of Islam, in the name of Islam? They wanted to cut off that shajara. They wanted to make sure that this shajara has no importance. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that I have importance given to this shajara, which is asluha sabitun fis sama. The roots of that are actually in the heavens, and nobody will be able to damage it. Karbala is the witness to it. And I am giving you that special present. What was really happening, as I see it now as a student of history and Quran, that they wanted to go back and do the same thing which their forefathers were saying to Prophet before Inna Atainaka al-Kawsar came. The Wahi came and brought this surah. They were calling him Abtar. And Imam Ali is in Nahjul Balagha saying, وَإِتْرَتُهُ خَيْرُ الْإِتَرِ. The best of the itra, Prophet was given. Because this is the promise of Allah. And you are with me, right, sisters and my daughters and my brothers. This is the what? If there would be no Karbala, you minus Karbala from Islam, and Islam is zero. With full authority, Quranic, my last night's word, Al-Hujjatu bayna al-abd wal-ma'bud huwa al-aql. Well, that means on the mizan of aql, Risalat is on the mizan of aql, so is wilayat. So if you come to wilayat and you understand, then you will get the knowledge. That's why you have to reach Salman Farisi. You have to reach Hazrat Abu Dharr Ghifari. You have to come to Miqdad Aswad al-Kindi. You have to come to Qambar, who is fixing the horse for Ali alayhi salatu wasalam, but is full of knowledge because he lives with Bab Madinatul Ilm. We have to get to them to reach there, to get that knowledge. Quran is there, but how will you get it? But brother, the real sazish, the real scheme and the conspiracy was that Prophet should be practically made abtar. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, why abtar? Just imagine if Karbala is not there. Just imagine, just for 1 second, Karbala is not there. Imam Hussain is not there. Maula Ali is not there. So now what is happening? After Prophet and then time of Karbala comes, who will be the continuation of Prophet Muhammad? Because Prophet is living forever. You say La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Yeah, we are all asking Muslims that how do you translate this? You say Allah is one. He has been always one, and He will remain one. He is always there, will always be there. There's no fana for Him. Muhammadur Rasulullah. When we say, the translation is very simple. Muhammad is the Prophet of Allah, not that was Prophet of Allah. So if he is the Prophet, his being has to be gauged by his progeny. The one who becomes wali according to the Allah's order. After him, who will be next? You will call the Sufyanis if you call Sufyanis, then Yazid becomes Na'udhu billah ta'ala. Hakam badahaqla kufr nabashad. If Yazid is the ruler of the time and you have accepted him, look at Jalaluddin Suyuti, such a great alim of our Sunni brothers. How many good books he has written, but go back and find his book, a masterpiece that is considered Tarikhul Khulafa, and he puts the name of the Khulafa one after the other. Then he going by Khulafa. Who are the Khulafa of Rasul? He says Abu Bakr, Umar, Usman, Ali, Muawiyah and Yazid. These are the Khulafa of Islam according to Suyuti, a very well celebrated alim, and he has written the book Tarikhul Khulafa. So what is it showing? You will be there at that time. If you follow that path, then you will be making Rasulullah Abtar. Those are the people of the progeny of those who wanted him to remain Abtar. So they want to take that special prize which Allah has given to Prophet Muhammad, his Ahlul Bayt. Now you will also, all of you will be able, if you take this my words, and if I have been able to connect, may Allah give me success in this, then you will see why Prophet of Islam does not talk about himself. Why he says, Man mata ala hubbi ali Muhammadin mata shahida. Hubbi ali Muhammadin mata shahida. Am I making sense, brothers and sisters? I'm trying to connect the dots. I want to make sure that this comes to you as if you read history, then you see that Allah is saying, Allah is not going to make a jahil his wali. It has to be an alim. So they all agree that the gate of knowledge, Bab Madinatul Ilm, is Ali, but Khalifatullah is somebody else. The heritage of Prophet goes to somebody else. Na'uz billah min dhalik. Salawat. So we remember that the Quran talks about itself in its own ayat. What is Quran? And Ahlul Bayt, Ahlul Bayt have been introduced by Prophet so vehemently. It is so difficult, but it has been very unjust. The people who wanted to make their own point, or those who wanted to turn him into Abtar and wanted to kill the whole message so that they can have their own kingship, and then they can invent and continuously do. So whatever they will do against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in a fight, they are in a fight with Allah, and what they are doing is, what they will make would be in opposition to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that exactly is happening. But they will continue. And they will continue, and some of them have been reported. I go without saying the names, but I will explain to you if you need the name. Who's told very clearly, he was asked, he's a caliph, he's naib of Rasulullah, according to the history of Islam, and he's asked, why did you do this? Why did you start this prayer? It was not done in the time of Rasulullah. Why did you stop this ritual which was not stopped by Rasulullah? He said, yeah, I know it was not, but now with my own orders, I am doing it, and I have the authority to do it. What will you do? Can you harm me? Can you do anything to me? This is the whole kingship. The word of the caliph or the king is the final word. It is the word of sovereign, so you cannot challenge it. That is why when we come to the Ahlul Bayt alayhimu salatu wasalam, majorly what they decided and how the message they propagated, they says, La malukiyat fil Islam. There is no kingship in Islam. Islam goes with the words of Prophet Muhammad, who has received the wahi and who is connected with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And so we will see who he thinks is connected with him. He would give us the message. Salawat. Yes, I was reading the ayah of Quran which says in Surah Bani Israel, it says, وَبِالْحَقِّ أَنزَلْنَاهُ وَبِالْحَقِّ نَزَلْ. This Quran has been sent from us to Bilhaq, which is Haq. We are Haq, and we have sent it to also one who is Haq. So Allah and His Prophet are Haq. أَنزَلْنَاهُ بِالْحَقِّ وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا مُبَشِّرًا وَنَذِيرًا. And we have sent you as Prophet. You are Haq, and we have made you the Rasul, our Prophet, Mubashir, who gives the news, good news, glad tidings to those who follow the message, and Wanazira, and you also have a job of warning. As a warner, give them the warning that this is the path, right path. This contains in the Quran, and when he was going that time, he was saying, Inni tarikun fikum mustaqalayn. That's why he was saying, the two things I am leaving. One is Quran, and the interpretation of Quran is that interpretation will be taken as valid, which comes from the wali of Allah, which has the wilayat, the stamp of wilayat is there, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is making sure, Wallahu ya'simuka minan nas. Allah says, make this statement. Who is the wali? Who is the wali is also from the same source word, Mawla. Mawla is also from Bilaya. So, man kuntu Mawla. Say, whosoever believes in me. So, Prophet of Islam is saying it. So, brothers and sisters, it is not the oratory which I am doing here. I am telling you, when Prophet says that he is the Mawla of, and he is the Mawla of Kul Kainat. He is Mawla of Adam. He is Mawla of Isa. He is Mawla of Musa. He is Mawla of his Jad Ibrahim. He is Mawla of Isa and Musa and Ibrahim and all the prophets, all awliya Allah, Saleh and Hud. He is also Mawla of Luqman. He is Mawla of earth and the heavens. He is Mawla of the Zarrat, atoms and molecules. He is Mawla of everything. If you believe in him as Mawla of everything, you have to also realize he is asking your pledge to consider, and to not only consider, believe. It is a command that Ali is whosoever believes in me as his Mawla. From the time immemorial to this day and afterwards, who is considering me Mawla, Ali is for sure his Mawla. So Ali is also Mawla of Isa. Ali is also Mawla of Musa. Ali is also Mawla of Adam. Abul Bashar is Adam. Ali is son of Adam, but he is Mawla of Adam as well, because this has been made sure that the Mawlaiyat continues. And the same thing, that when Mawlaiyat continues, then after Ali, it is Hassan. And Hassan has done his job, he is leaving the world, then it is Hussein. That is why when it is Hussein, the one word of Hussein, which we have learned from the history, very strong words. It says, La yubayuka misli, la yubayu misli, la, ya Allah, give me the misla. La yubayu, that, okay, I go the translation with that a person like me will never submit or give allegiance and bay'ah to a person like you. You are a character, doomed character of history, and I am that itrat of Rasulullah who has been given this special task of protecting and promoting Islam. Salawat. And one last from Surah Nur, ayat also is called Nur, Ayatul Nur, Fi Suratul Nur. And I am just about to finish what I had to say before I said it, but let us see that what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about, how this Shajara Vilayat is connected with Allah directly. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allahu Nur Samawati wal Arz, Masalu Nurihi ka mishkatin fiha misbah, al misbahu fi zujajatin. الزجاجة كأنها كوكب دري يوقد من شجرة مباركة زيتونة لا شرقية ولا غربية يكاد زيتها ويضيء لم تمسسه نار نور على نور يهدي الله لنوره من يشاء ويضرب الله الأمثال للناس وهو بكل شيء عليم. صلوات. So, Allah is trying to give a parable so that you can understand what Allah, how to understand Him. So He says, I give you a parable. Allahu Nur Samawati wal Arz. I said yesterday also in Ayatul Kursi, when you see, Allahu Waliyul Lazina Amanu Yukhrijuhum min az-zulumati ila an-nur. So from the darkness to the Nur, He gives you guidance, and His Nur is all the things which have hidayah, everything which has roshni, which has a perpetual life, which is on the good side, on the khair, is from the nur of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that nur, the masal, not the misal, masal of that is nur samawati wal arz, masalu nurihi ka mishkatin fiha misbah, is like a mishkat which is in misbah, and I'm not translating it more in detail, and the thing is, yes, it has got a wick, and it has, there is a shajaratan mubarakah, which is shajar is with it, zaytunatin, called shajar is the olive tree, La sharaqiyatin wala gharbiyah. Neither is it from the east nor it is in the middle of the whole universe. And that is, it seems as if it has been lit and it is lighted there without even having nar, fire, touching it. No touching of fire. You have to put the matchbox and get it. No, that noor is different. So this you have to understanding. What is that noor and what is that shajar? We have to ask ourselves. Then what is that shajar mubarakah? Salawat. So, in Surah Ibrahim, Allah is giving another answer to you. If you are reading Quran and you have come to the gate of knowledge to understand, that is why when he in Nahjul Balagha, Mawla Ali is saying about Itratuhu khairul litar wa shajaratuhu khairul shajar, it is the best of the shajar is the shajar of Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So where do you go? Quran says, Zaraballahu masalan kalimatan tayyibatan ka shajaratin tayyibatin asluha sabitun wa far'uha fis sama. Allah is giving you another example. If you want to understand, where is this shajar mubarakah? This shajar mubarakah is like a shajar which is spread all from earth to the heavens. And asluha sabitun. Asl is so strong, nobody can touch it, nobody can harm it, nothing can happen to it. It is so well protected. وَفَرْعَهَا فِي السَّمَاءِ, and it is all the way spread all the way to heavens. There is no place where the noor of this shajar is not spreading light and hidayah. What comes to your mind? That shajar today, as I said, if you minus that, then the Islam becomes zero. So yeah, you will find the difference. That is the shajar. Let us go to Karbala and see how that shajar is shedding the light. The lights and in that shajar, when you have shajar, you also have flowers. You have smaller ones and the bigger ones. All of them have given their sacrifices. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Quran has mentioned some ayat, and those ayats are being read one after another by Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam on the day of Ashura, when the sacrifices are being completed, when he goes to collect the dead body of Ali Akbar, he says, Inna Allah astafa Adam wa Nuh. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has selected these people, and he is trying to say, oh people, if you don't know, who is this? This is Ali Mustafa. This is Ali Muhammad Mustafa's Shabi. He has now. You want to see another ayah? Well, he comes to pick up the body of Hazrat Abbas. Salamullah alayhi, salawat. Ya Ali. Yes, brothers and sisters, I have now tried to, with these ayahs of Quran, I was blessed and honored to have read in your presence and in front of you. With those ayat in my daman, in my holding them together, I am now reaching Karbala. This is Karbala. You have come to the intention of visiting Karbala. The 9th day, this is Tasu'a, according to the history. Ashura is the 10th day. In Arabic, Tasu'a is the 9th day. We always remember Tis'at Masoomin min Awlad al-Husayn. 9 Imams in the progeny of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam. So Tis'a being 9, a lot of the for Arab people, not difficult, but by Afghani and Pakistani and Indian and other brothers who are here. So Tasu'a, why is Tasu'a so important? This day actually was scheduled, that was in their time frame, they had put this day to kill the Prophet's family if the allegiance was not given, if the bayat was not promised. by Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam. And that Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam at that time has been, many historians have recorded that he was saying that if my blood can save, and if my life can give life to the religion of Islam, that then you say, Ya Suyufo Khuzini. In kana deenu Muhammadin lam yastaqim bighayri qatli. If without my qatl, the deen cannot be spared. So he's connected. So he's saying then this is okay. Then I will, Ya Suyufo, oh souls, come and get me. I am ready to go. I will make sure that no one can hurt that shajar of Rasulullah. No one can hurt that line of continuity with Allah and His Prophet. No one can dare say that we are the wali after Prophet Rasulullah. Remember the saying of Our Lady, the great lioness of Karbala, when she said, she was addressing the people and she says, what a day that the khairul itar, the inna ataynaka al-kawsar, the misdaq of inna ataynaka al-kawsar is in the ropes tied their hands behind their neck. It is in the court of Karbala, the historic moment, and Zainab bint Ali is saying that all the awlad of Abtar, the Quraysh and the enemies of Prophet and Deen, they are celebrating the victory, and what a day that the awlad of Rasulullah, Khairul Itar, is in this condition. Yes, brother, when it comes to exam, that is also very much not only possible, it is the law of nature. It's that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when the darkness is too much, you have to bring a lamp which can enlighten the whole universe. And the Karbala is that lamp. Apparently looks like small thing, but look at the sawab and reward, and why Aima one after the other have said so much, significantly so much about this event and how we have to keep it alive. If we are keeping it alive, then we are keeping the message of Allah alive. You see, that is why our Hussain, one of his title is Sar Allah. Sar Allah. Janab Ali Akbar calls him Ya Sar Allah. There is one riwayah which says that when he is calling his dad, he is saying, oh, the blood of God. So this is very difficult to translate. But yes, Sar Allah is one whose blood is the blood of God. And it is in Karbala not only Hussain being slaughtered, it is the blood of God is being spread, being shed. So in order to understand, because the Tawheed itself will be lost if Hussain had not given. It would be in the hands of the kings and the princes and the corrupts and all kind of people who were full of gunas and sins. They will rule our fate, they will be our destiny. Allah's Prophet's grandson was there to make sure that does not happen. That's why we have to make sure. And that is why you remember why we are here. One thing you must remember that when the Hadith Qudsi started and Prophet revealed it to the Ahlul Bayt, and Janab Zahra was there, and Janab Zahra asked, when my son will give this sacrifice in Karbala, what will happen afterwards? This is not, Karbala has not yet happened, because Prophet, Allah, everybody is so much concerned about it. So they are saying, oh Fatima, Prophet says, Fatima, don't worry, Allah will create a nation, they will never forget your son and all the sacrifices they will give in Karbala. So you are those blessed entities and existence which you are here today. Alhamdulillah. And that is why they get together and they will remember your son. And when it comes to the musibah, they will remember, when they remember, if somebody dies in their family and is of age of Ali Akbar, and they will remember your Ali Akbar, and somebody who dies in their family, they will not mourn for it, but rather it would be your son Hussein's death and martyrdom will be mourned, like Imam Raza alayhi salatu wasalam says to his Sahabi, Yabna Shabib, in kunta baqiyan li shay'in, fabki lil Husayn. If you want to cry over something, don't cry over your own near and dear ones who have lost you, who you have lost. Only cry for the sake of my Jad Hussain, who died, but he at the same time in his crying for him gives life and strength to the deen of Islam. Hussain, you have to, whenever you have to say, you have to remember Hussein's sacrifices. And when I was saying, when Imam Hussain came to Hazrat Abbas and he got the dead body, he closed and he was reading the ayah of Quran, وَالَّذِينَ إِنَّمَا الصَّلَوَاتُ اللهم صل من المؤمنين رجال صدقوا ما عاهدوا الله عليه. He is giving the testimony. He is saying, my brother, you have left. Is for now my time. I will also be coming just right after you, just behind you. Your Aqa and Mawla Hussain is also coming. Min al-Mu'minina Rajalun, he says how great a moment this dead body is, who has done, completed and with loyalty his promise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Min al-Mu'minina Rajalun sadaqu ma ahadullahu alayhi, faminhum man qada'u nahbah, wa minhum man yantazir, wa ma baddalu tabdila. Nothing is going to change. This will continue. This martyrdom has to continue. He comes to Abbas, but I want to. Today, I am talking about that Tasua changed to Ashura. We'll talk about the martyrdoms of all the people in Karbala tomorrow, and the Shahadat of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam finally. But this is the last thing. All of Lashkare, na Sipahe, na Kasratun Nase, na Qasime, na Ali Akbare, na Abbas. All of them have gone. And then when he comes to, I enjoy the selection of my Mawla and Aqa, who is walking and talking Quran. He is, when it comes to, I was saying, Hazrat Ali Akbar, when he came to Ali Akbar, he read an ayah. When he came to Qasim, he was reading another ayah of Quran. When he came to Abbas, he was reading another ayah of Quran. But when it comes to Asghar, when he's collecting the dead body of Shahzada Ali Asghar, 6-month-old baby, and when he's collecting, he said, he took a small part of ayah of Quran, and that gives me, it is not a coincidence. The Imam of the time, because this is the smallest of all Ahlul Bayt, which is presented for sacrifice in Karbala, and he's saying, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. So he's not reading the whole ayah. He said on the dead body of Imam Hazrat Ali Asghar, he says, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Before that happens, the Waqiyat Karbala, the story of Karbala goes like this, that this is the time when all of them are gone. Then what is Hussain doing? He took his sword and took it in the sheet and puts it down on the land of Karbala, on the ground of Karbala, and then puts his forehead on top of it, and then he has been heard saying that sound which is still echoing the whole world, Hal min nasirin yansuruna, Hal min mughisin yughisuna, Hal min zawbin yazubbu an haram Rasulullah, Hal min nasir, is there anyone who would now this time would come and help me? Brothers and sisters, we know that a lot of arwah responded. The malaika came, the jinns came, and all of them ready to answer him. But he is saying, no, your help is not needed. I want to see if somebody can get this level of martyrdom, this special prize of this day with me from amongst the humans. And that is the call when reaches. We have all come to know from the history of Karbala, the Waqiyat Karbala tell us clearly that Hazrat Zainab saw that suddenly Hazrat Ali Asghar, whose name is Ali Yunil Asghar, the smaller Asghar, and he is also called with the laqab of Abdullah, and with his that Abdullah, we always say salam to our son of Prophet Hussein ibn Ali alayhi salatu wasalam, our Imam. We say Assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdullah. So that reminds us that he goes with the name, with his kunya is with the name of Hazrat Ali al-Asghar. Ali al-Asghar is so important in this whole, the history. If you go back and see how many people historically got impressed, and when it came to Ali Asghar, it was the final stamp of truth which was put on the document of Shahada on the day of Ashura in Karbala. So Imam alayhi salatu wasalam is asked to come inside and see something is happening. Maybe Ali Asghar is ready to die, maybe he cannot survive anymore. 3 days of thirst and hunger, not getting anything from anyone. And Rabab alayhi salatu wasalam, who is the mother of Ali Asghar, who is also the daughter of Imrul Qais, who was the chief of the Bani Kilab, and from a very noble family. And also here it is worth mentioning that this marriage which was solemnized by Imam Ali alayhi salatu wasalam, and Hazrat Hussain used to always say, it's a very common and known saying of Imam, that I like that house where there is Sakina and Rubab. So Hazrat Sakina and Rubab's love for Hussain and Hussein's love for them was unique, but without any, it was such a great that Imam in his own words said, I don't like a home where there is no Sakina and no Rubab. So it's all the Sakina and Rubab. Rubab has only 2 kids born from her, Janabe Sakina, who is 4 years old at that time, and Janabe Ali al-Asghar, who is 6 months old, because we are given the date of Hazrat Ali Asghar as 10th of Rajab. So if exactly makes on the 10th of Muharram, he is making according to Islamic calendar, only he is completing the 6th month. So this 6-month baby is when Mawla comes inside the tent, Rubab is very upset and doesn't know what to do about this, how can she save her baby? And Imam says, Rubab, it's time, if you give it to me, I will take care of it. And he said, Mawla, what are you going to do with it? There is no water, there is nothing available in food or anything. So that Mawla says, I will take him one more time. And that is how it is. And then he says, Rubab, be strong, because your son is going to not get only the thirst quench, but you should be proud of your son, because he will be such a unique shaheed for the sake of haqq, for the sake of truth, that people will always remember him, and that way you will also forever be remembered, Rubab. You will also become without fana, you will be la fani. Brothers and sisters, that is the story of Karbala. Imam Hussain has brought Ali Asghar out in the Karbala, and he is asking them, O people, O fasiqeen, O criminals who have brought us here, you invited us to this by writing us letters and everything. You have killed all my family members, you have killed all my friends. All of that has happened, and I have stopped the water supply to my tents. But this is a baby who is dying of thirst. Can you give this a little few drops of water so that he can survive? He has not done any wrong to you. If you think Hussain has done something wrong to you, so maybe you should think about it. We know, brothers and sisters, you are listening to it, and I am narrating it. Maybe you are tired after having listened 9 days of musibah. But remember, when this kalam was uttered, was said by Imam Hussain, these lot of people from the army of Yazid started crying. They went to Umar ibn Saad. They said, Oh, our commander, oh, our leader, this is time that you should show some mercy and sympathy for Ali al-Asghar. He is a small boy, and Hussain, he said, you don't know. Hussain is doing this because he wants to get some water, and he is son of Ali ibn Abi Talib. If we gave him a little water today and Hussein was able to drink a little bit for his own, that would be a disaster for us. That is how he made the plea to his people and silenced them. And then Imam Hussein al-Salam, from the ilm imamat, he knew that what is they are conspiring and they are whispering. He put Ali Asghar on the grounds of Karbala and he said, "Oh people, O Daghabaz of Mal'oon, if you are thinking that I am asking water for me, after having lost all my Ali Akbar, Abbas and Qasim and now Muhammad, now you think that I am wanting a few drops of water and I am making an alibi, I am making an excuse. Okay, I am putting my Asghar on the scorching heat of Karbala. Come and pick it up, give your water. Once you have given him the water, then return my son to me." So this is, when he was saying this, he was putting him on the Karbala, and there's a special man who was brought to use the arrows, and he had not lost his target any time in the past. That was his 100% track record, being accurate arrowman, and that is his name is Hurmala. Umar ibn Sa'd looked at Hurmala and said, "Hurmala, what are you thinking? Iqta kalam al-Husayn. Can you cut the speech of Hussein? Because the Hussein speech will change the hearts of the people, my army. I am fearing the revolution here. Do it now." So he picked up the arrow and he fixed his bow and sent the first fear. The arrow was sent to Hazrat Ali Asghar in that time when Hussein had seen nobody was ready to give water, so he was quickly collecting Imam Hussein was collecting Ali Asghar back to onto his hands, and that is first time the first arrow came. You will ask me, how do you know this? Yes, the history is saying that when Hurmala was brought to Mukhtar Saqfi alayhi rahmah, the Muntaqim, the revenger of the blood of Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam, and when he was ready to go for the capital punishment and he was sure he would not be saved, he told Mukhtar, do you love Ahlul Bayt? He asked him the question. He says, from the core of my heart, my life is for them. I am only living, I have lived so far because this was the prediction and the word of Imam Ali that you will take the revenge of my progeny and the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wasalam. So he says, okay, if you are so much in love, I want to tell you few things so that you know. When Umar ibn Sa'd ordered me to fix and go for the arrow against Ali Asghar, the first arrow which I threw towards them, that pierced not in the throat or the hulqum of Ali Asghar. It went through the hands of Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam, because he was at that time picking up the body of Hazrat Ali Asghar, who was just breathing lost. He had not been given any water. So that's when he was picking it up. Then the second one, I picked it up again, and that is the second one with which I got him, but again it slightly missed because it went to Imam Hassan's shoulder and also partly touched the neck of Hazrat Ali Asghar. Then the third one I used with the 3 arrows of Hurmala. Ali Asghar was killed, and when it was killed, it was such a way, he says, did you know what happened when you threw the last one? He said, when last one was so accurate, then when I threw the arrow, that arrow not only pierced through the throat of Ali Asghar, not only quenched his thirst this way, but also took the head off. The whole neck was taken off. It was such a big arrow. People have talked about it. Some people have done the research and said the weight of the arrow sent to Hazrat Ali Asghar was in weight greater than the weight of Ali Asghar. So this is how cruel this qawm was. And then at that time Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala remembers your Mawla, my Mawla says, He collects all the blood which coming, few drops. 3 days thirst is there. Not much of the blood came, but whatever came, he looked towards the heavens and then looked towards the earth. And then he decided he's not going to throw that to the earth or to heaven. He said he put all that blood on his, whatever was on his hands, he put it on his beard and made his beard red with the blood of Ali al-Asghar. And there is a poet who says, inkar asma ko hai, razi zameen nahi, Asghar tumhare khun ka ठिकाना कहीं नहीं. Said Asghar, my son, what a pity, I cannot even go send it to heaven. They are saying, no, don't throw Ali Asghar's blood to us. And earth is all saying, Mawla, have mercy on me. I am Imam of the time. I am only putting on but Asghar, this blood is on my face. And now I have to face your mother. खूने असगर का खून मादर असगर का सामना. Imam is having the blood on the face and is thinking, how would he face Rabab? How would he go and see the mother of Asghar, and how would he tell her that her son's thirst has been quenched not by water but by a bigger tear than his whole body? Adadaran Mornarab Hussain is thinking, Sultan al-Sabiri is going forward towards the tent. Then he thinks it is difficult to face Rubab. He comes back and starts reading, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un, rizan bi qada'ihi wa tasliman li amrih. Then he goes back. Then 7 times. Tomorrow on the Amal of Ashura, Haji Basir will lead you. The Amal will tell you at that time when you will do this Amal. Remember Ali Asghar, the last sacrifice of Hussain, that piece of diamond which he presented to Allah, and he was saying to Allah, Oh Lord, taqabbal hadha min ahl bayt nabiyyik. Oh Lord, from you, the Ahlul Bayt of Anbiya, your Nabi Akram, accept this sacrifice, this Qurbani. He is moving forward 7 times. Azadar, he went ahead, then he came back. Then he came back. Suddenly he saw the mother of Asghar is on the tent door, the gate of the tent, looking at Hussain. Hussain came at that time, reading, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un, rizan bi qada'ihi wa tasliman li amrih. Rubab came forward. He said, Oh my Lord, oh my Imam, oh my husband and oh Ali's son, oh Prophet's grandson, don't think Rubab will have any complaint. Rubab is also Razi, but Razai Rab, give it to me so that I can hold it. She is holding the baby, looking at the arrow and how the son was separated from the body. Imam was keeping it together with his own hands. She is taking and says, can you do me a favor? I am afraid that if the dead body is left here, the enemies will do all the way. They will turn him into pieces, and my 6-month baby will be pieces. Nobody will be there to bury him. Hussain, Aqa Hussain, do me a favor. Can you make a small grave? Small grave with your sword, and you can put it in that grave. Hussain is making the grave, digging the grave, and he is putting, accompanied and helped by Rubab. our salutation to that Bibi for her sabr and for her sacrifice, which forever will be remembered as a unique sacrifice. And that is the time. But one last thing I want to say, those people who know the maqatil and those people who have been listening to the majalis continuously, please tell me, I have a question. Was the wish of Rubab granted after Hussain made the qabr? Nanni si qabr khod ke, Asghar ko gaad ke, Shabbir uth khade hue, Daman ko jhaad ke, Mera Maula, my Aqa Hussain stood up. But also my question is that did Rubab's wish was granted or not? The Tarikh Karbala in Maqatil says that when the dead bodies were being counted and the heads were counted, one head was missing. So this is that Shaheed who was killed twice. Ya Allah, ajrukum min Allah. There were swordsmen who were left with the spears in their hand, came to the Karbala looking for Ali Asghar, the dead body. How have they discovered that Asghar was buried here? He was taken out, and at that time, the Lal of Rubab took the second Shahada. His head was cut, separated, and was put on the spear. لا لعنة الله على القوم الظالمين سيعلمون الذين ظلموا أي منقلب ينقلبون. Oh my Lord, oh Allah, oh Master of Hussain and Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad, oh Rabb of Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad, all those who have tears in their eyes, who are feeling close to Ali Asghar, Hazrat Rubab and Imam Hussain, Ya Allah, accept their prayers and give them great daraja and answer their supplication. Rabbana taqabbal minna innaka anta as-sami'ul alim bil Hussain alayhi salam. Ya Hussain, 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 Ya Hussain.
مومنو جب خون میں ڈوبا ہوا آیا اصغر کا جنازہ، اصغر کا جنازہ ہے مومنو جب خون میں ڈوبا ہوا آیا اصغر کا جنازہ، اصغر کا جنازہ اے مومنو جب خون میں ڈوبا ہوا آیا اصغر کا جنازہ، اصغر کا جنازہ شبیر نے ایک ماں سے اسے کیسے چھپایا اصغر کا جنازہ، اصغر کا جنازہ اے مومنو جب خون میں ڈوبا ہوا آیا اصغر کا جنازہ، اصغر کا جنازہ ہاتھوں پہ جنازہ لی اصغر کا اٹھا کر رخ سوئے فلک کر کے صدا دیتے تھے سرور، رخ سوئے فلک کر کے صدا دیتے تھے سرور، اللہ یہی ہدیہ آخر ہے ہمارا اصغر کا جنازہ، اصغر کا جنازہ اے مومنو جب خون میں ڈوبا ہوا آیا اصغر کا جنازہ، اصغر کا جنازہ اے مومنو جب خون میں ڈوبا ہوا آیا اصغر کا جنازہ، اصغر کا جنازہ چہرے پہ میرے خون ہے میرے غنچہ دہن کا، مرجھایا ہے یہ پھول محمد کے چمن کا، مرجھایا ہے یہ پھول محمد کے چمن کا، اے نانا تیرے دین پہ کرتا ہوں میں صدقہ اکبر کا جنازہ، اصغر کا جنازہ اے مومنو جب خون میں ڈوبا ہوا آیا اصغر کا جنازہ، اصغر کا جنازہ اے مومنو جب خون میں ڈوبا ہوا آیا اصغر کا جنازہ، اصغر کا جنازہ. تنگ دل تھے لائی بچے پہ کچھ رحم نہ کھایا، پانی کے طلب کرنے پہ خون اس کا بہایا، پانی کے طلب کرنے پہ خون اس کا بہایا. اسلام کو اب حشر تلک کر گیا زندہ، اصغر کا جنازہ، اصغر کا جنازہ. اے مومنو جب خون میں ڈوبا ہوا آیا، اصغر کا جنازہ، اصغر کا جنازہ. اے مومنو جب خون میں ڈوبا ہوا آیا، اصغر کا جنازہ، اصغر کا جنازہ. جب رات کو ماں اپنے تصور کو جگاتی، آواز اسے جھولے کی نوحہ یہ سناتی، آواز اسے جھولے کی نوحہ یہ سناتی. کیا بھول گئے ہاتھوں پہ سرور کے جو دیکھا، اصغر کا جنازہ، اصغر کا جنازہ. اے مومنو جب خون میں ڈوبا ہوا آیا، اصغر کا جنازہ، اصغر کا جنازہ. اے مومنو جب خون میں ڈوبا ہوا آیا، اصغر کا جنازہ، اصغر کا جنازہ. شبیر نے ایک ماں سے اسے کیسے چھپایا، اصغر کا جنازہ، اصغر کا جنازہ، اصغر کا جنازہ، اصغر کا جنازہ.
یا حسین، یا حسین، یا حسین، یا حسین.
نن مجاہد رن میں جا کے تم نہیں آئے، نن مجاہد رن میں جا کر تم نہیں آئے. شاہ تو آئے جانے مادے، تم نہیں آئے. نن مجاہد رن میں جا کر تم نہیں آئے، نن مجاہد رن میں جا کر تم نہیں آئے، نن مجاہد رن میں جا کر تم نہیں آئے. کب سے کھڑی ہوں خیمے کے در پر، آنکھوں میں لے کر اشکوں کے ساغر، پیش کروں آ جاؤ جو اصغر، پیش کروں آ جاؤ جو اصغر. تم نہیں آئے، نن مجاہد رن میں جا کر تم نہیں آئے. خالی جو پہلو پاؤں گی بیٹا، غم سے پھٹے گا میرا کلیجہ. رات بھی گزرے گی رو رو کر، رات بھی گزرے گی رو رو کر، تم نہیں آئے. نن مجاہد رن میں جا کر تم نہیں آئے. رات اندھیری دشت بیاباں، در نہیں جانا رن میں میری جان. کیسے رہو گے ماں سے بچھڑ کر، کیسے رہو گے ماں سے بچھڑ کر، تم نہیں آئے. نن مجاہد رن میں جا کر تم دیر ہوئی خیمے سے سدھارے، پیش نظر ہے سارے نظارے. کھو گئے کیا میدان میں جا کر، کھو گئے کیا میدان میں جا کر، تم نہیں آئے. نن مجاہد رن میں جا کر تم نہیں آئے. تیر لگا ہے کیا گردن پر جو نہیں دیکھا ماں کو پلٹ کر. کون سی مجبوری تھی اصغر، کون سی مجبوری تھی اصغر تم نہیں آئے. ننھے مجاہد رن میں جا کر تم قتل ہوئے جو جور و جفا سے شاہ اٹھا کر لائے وہ لاشیں. آتے ہیں تنہا رن سے سرور، آتے ہیں تنہا رن سے سرور تم نہیں آئے. ننھے مجاہد رن میں جا کر تم کس کو سناؤں گی میں کہانی، یہ بھی نہ سوچا یوسف ثانی. ماں سے کٹے گی رات یہ کیوں کرے، ماں سے کٹے گی رات یہ کیوں کر تم نہیں آئے. ننھے مجاہد رن میں جا کر تم کس نے انی سے غم کو پکارا، کس نے انی سے غم کو پکارا. سنواؤ آواز دوبارہ، نوحہ یہی تھا بانوں کے لب پہ، نوحہ یہی تھا بانوں کے لب پر تم نہیں آئے. ننھے مجاہد رن میں جا کر تم نہیں آئے. ننھے مجاہد رن میں جا کر تم نہیں آئے. شاہ تو آئے جانے مادے تم نہیں آئے. یا حسین
That's good. Thank you. امشب شهادت نامه عشاق و امضا می شود، فرداز خون عاشقان این دشت و دریا می شود. امشب شهادت نامه عشاق و امضا می شود، فرداز خون عاشقان این دشت و دریا می شود. امشب کنار یکدیگر نشسته آل مصطفی، فردا پریشان جمعشان چون قلب زهرا می شود. فردا پریشان چون جمعشان چون قلب زهرا می شود. امشب شهادت نامه عشاق و امضا می شود. امشب حتی اگر به این خیمه ها خون خدا، فردا به دست دشمنان پرکنده از پا می شود. امشب شهادت نامه عشاق و امضا می شود. امشب صدای خواندن قرآن به گوشهای دوله، فردا صدای الامان زین دشت و برپا می شود. فردا صدای الامان زین دشت و برپا می شود. امشب کنار مادرش لب تشنه اصغر خفته است، فردا خدایا بسترش آغوش صحرا می شود. امشب که جمع کودکان در خواب ناز آسودند، فردا به زیر خاروها گم گشته پیدا می شود. امشب رقیه حلقه زرین اگر دارد بگل، فردا در این گوشوها از گوش او وا می شود. امشب شهادت نامه عشاق و امضا می شود. فردا ز خون عاشقان این دشت و دریا می شود. امشب شهادت نامه عشاق و امضا می شود. فردا ز خون عاشقان این دشت و دریا می شود. یا حسین.
اصغر بن تیرے میں چین کہاں سے پاؤں، اصغر بن تیرے میں چین کہاں سے پاؤں، اصغر بن تیرے اصغر بن تیرے میں چین کہاں سے پاؤں، اصغر بن تیرے میں چین کہاں سے پاؤں، لوٹ کے آجا لال تیرے جی بھر کے ناز اٹھاؤں، اصغر بن تیرے میں چین کہاں سے پاؤں، اصغر بن تیرے میں چین کہاں سے پاؤں، میری آنکھ کا تارا ہے تو مجھ کو جان سے پیارا ہے، ماں دکھیاری کے جینے کا تو ہی لال سہارا ہے، تجھے چھوڑ کے تنہا مقتل میں کیسے شام کو جاؤں، اصغر بن تیرے میں چین کہاں سے پاؤں، اصغر بن تیرے میں چین کہاں سے پاؤں، تیری وہ معصوم ادائیں تیری یاد دلاتی ہے، تیری پیار کی وہ سب بات مجھ کو بہت رلاتی ہے، میں تیری جدائی میں بیٹا رو رو کے مر نہ جاؤں، اصغر بن تیرے میں چین کہاں سے پاؤں، اصغر بن تیرے میں چین کہاں سے پاؤں، بھول نہیں سکتی ماں اصغر پیاسے ہونٹ تیرے بیٹا، خالی گود ہے اور زندہ ہے، آجا ماں کے پاس آجا، آنند مجاہد میں تیری اشکوں سے پیاس بجھاؤں، اصغر بن تیرے میں چین کہاں سے پاؤں، اصغر بن تیرے میں چین کہاں سے پاؤں، کتنی ہے بے چین سکینہ تیرے ناز اٹھانے کو، صبح و شام ترستی ہے وہ تیرا دل بہلانے کو، تیری لاڈلی بہن سکینہ کا میں دل کیسے بہلاؤں، آس ہر بن تیرے میں چین کہاں سے پاؤں، آس ہر بن تیرے میں چین کہاں سے پاؤں۔ یا حسین یا حسین
محمد وآل محمد زيارة الإمام الحسين عليه السلام. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليك يا وارث آدم وصفوة الله، السلام عليك يا وارث نوح نبي الله، السلام عليك يا وارث إبراهيم خليل الله، السلام عليك يا وارث موسى كليم الله، السلام عليك يا وارث عيسى روح الله، السلام عليك يا وارث محمد حبيب الله، السلام عليك يا وارث أمير المؤمنين ولي الله. السلام عليك يا ابن محمد المصطفى. السلام عليك يا ابن علي المرتضى. السلام عليك يا ابن فاطمة الزهراء. السلام عليك يا ابن خديجة الكبرى. السلام عليك يا ثأر الله وابن ثأره والوتر الموتور. أشهد أنك قد أقمت الصلاة وآتيت الزكاة وأمرت بالمعروف ونهيت عن المنكر وأطعت الله ورسوله حتى أتاك اليقين. فلعن الله أمة قتلت، ولعن الله أمة ظلمت، ولعن الله أمة سمعت بذلك فرضيت به. يا مولاي يا أبا عبد الله، أشهد أنك كنت نورا في الأصلاب الشامخة والأرحام المطهرة، لم تنجسك الجاهلية بأنجاسها، ولم تلبسك من مدلهمات ثيابها. وأشهد أنك من دعائم الدين وأركان المؤمنين. وأشهد أنك الإمام البر التقي الرضي الزكي الهادي المهدي. وأشهد أن الأئمة من ولدك كلمة التقوى وأعلام الهدى والعروة الوثقى والحجة على أهل الدنيا. وأشهد الله وملائكته وأنبياءه ورسله إني بكم مؤمن وبإيابكم موقن، بشرائع ديني وخواتيم عملي، وقلبي لقلبكم سلم، وأمري لأمركم متبع. صلوات الله عليكم وعلى أرواحكم وعلى أجسادكم وعلى أجسامكم وعلى شاهدكم وعلى غائبكم وعلى ظاهركم وعلى باطنكم، وإلى أرواح المؤمنين والمؤمنات. رحم الله من قرأ الفاتحة مع الصلوات. اللهم
نعرے حیدری علی، نعرے حیدری علی، نعرے حیدری علی، صلوات.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر ولله الحمد. الله أكبر الله أكبر. الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. مولى محمد. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. أشهد أن أمير المؤمنين وإمام المتقين عليا ولي الله. أشهد أن عليا حجة الله. حي على الصلاة، حي على الصلاة، حي على الفلاح، حي على الفلاح، حي على خير العمل، حي على خير العمل. الله أكبر الله